Top of the morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Like and subscribe and all that stuff if you like what you see. And let's get into the topic of today. So I woke up this morning at about 3:35 a.m. I went to do laundry at a 24-hour laundromat. And I thought it was going to be like every other week when I arrived there at around 4 in the morning. I thought it was going to be just another quiet morning because usually I'm the only person in the laundromat at that time of at that hour. And this is the very first time today where that laundromat had more people in it than just me. And towards the back was, I think they were Indians, or they were Middle Eastern, or maybe they were just dark-skinned Hispanic people. Now, their ethnicity is not the subject of this video. The fact was that they had a baby in a car seat. And you're probably saying, well, what's wrong with that? And today just reminded me of a very big reason why I don't want kids. So I'm trying to get my laundry started, and just out of nowhere, the infant just starts screaming. And I'm talking those loud screams. They were so freaking loud that you could hear it from the parking lot. And now you're probably like, well, X, that is completely normal. Infants cry all the time, right? I'm going to tell you what should not be normal. The adults, there was 2 adult women and 1 adult guy. There was an adult guy sitting at the table, and that guy had a blue blanket around him and his head was on the table. None of the adults stepped forward to comfort that infant. What ended up happening was there was a little girl there. She could have been anywhere between 5 to 10 years old. The little girl comforted the infant, and this was an infinite cycle where the little girl would comfort the infant will calm down for anywhere up to about 3 minutes, and then the infant will just start screaming again. And here I am trying to get my laundry done, and once again, the adults ignore the infant. Now, why does this matter? Because, well, your boy X here, I'm an insomniac. I need all the sleep I can get. It's very hard for me to fall asleep. It's even harder for me to stay asleep. So the thing is that for me to have already been up at this hour was already bad for me because I need sleep to manage my diabetes and all that stuff too. But the thing is that, how are you just going to let your kid cry like that? It's like you don't do anything. Like, you didn't even care about the fact that you had other people in there, not just me. I think there was like 2 or 3 other people in there, and it is 4 a.m. This just happened this morning. It is 4 in the morning, and you are not comforting your infant, and you're just ignoring your infant. And it's like, if I was the parent, I would be so embarrassed. It's like, how are you just going to keep on folding like that infant doesn't exist? Like, that bothered me the heck out of me. And the thing is that then you just had the man that was sitting over there that was just chilling. He looked like anywhere between his young 20s to maybe his young 40s. I mean, depending on how their genetic line works, right? So this was just yet another reason I do not want kids, because it reminded me of how I was going to have to wake up at a diabetic who needs sleep, or my blood sugars will go up. I would have to wake up anywhere between like 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. to comfort a crying child. Even if you alternate with the mother of the child, you're still cutting into my sleep, which is something that I need. And all parents that I know, there's not a single one who's filled to the brim with energy. They're all exhausted. I'm already exhausted being a single child-free adult. I cannot imagine what would happen if I was stupid enough to get a woman pregnant. That's a no for me. That's a huge yikes. That could never be me, at least not of my own free will. And at this point, after today, it never will be.